Lake effect. It is an event in Okoboji. It's basically a concert on the water. And speakers, production, and just it sort of spawned. We were at Captain's Getaway years ago, and I was just thinking, that would just be awesome to have a concert on the water, and to do it in Okoboji, which I have such a passion for anyway, especially the summers. It's just magical. Mm-hmm. And so to be able to at least have the idea of doing a show on the water, it's like, okay, let's see what this means or what this does. So then the very first one, I reached out. My friend at that time worked for Red Bull. And I was like, hey, I'm thinking about doing this idea, would you want to sponsor it? And he's like, yeah, okay, let's do it. So the first one, I had one sponsor, and the one barge, and we ran our own sound, our own speakers, and we had no koozies. I think we had posters. It was just the beginning of like anything is. Mm-hmm. And there was like 10 boats. And I think two of them, one boat was my parents and the other boat was my brother. So 8 boats maybe. And since that time, it's just grown every year. And it wasn't until probably like year 5 that I actually thought, okay, this can be a legitimate annual thing, and I want to do it better every year. And so far, I feel like it's been able to do that. And it's grown so much that we're, it's a big day. Mm-hmm. And a few years ago, I brought on a production manager because that day is just to be able to coordinate a lot of it and then still end up playing that afternoon is just like my head was spinning. The last year, I think it was year 9, I was like, I'm not doing this again. Yeah. Usually the day of, I'm like, I'm not doing it again. Yeah. This is too much. I'm not doing it. And then after I get done playing, I'm like, okay, yeah, I want to do this again.